Sunny team, Eloisa here. Thank you so much for joining me for this 25-minute Intermediate Treadmill Bootcamp. We're gonna start on the treadmill, then we're gonna hop off, do some weighted workouts, hop back on, hop off again. Before we get started, please make sure you have a mat, light and heavy weights. I am using 5 pounds and 10 pounds. Adjust accordingly. Make sure your shoes are double or triple knotted. You have a towel nearby and water. All right, let's clip in and start walking. Ready? Start walking at about a 2.5 for me. Today on our boot camp portion, we are gonna focus on our whole back area. That means we are focusing on our glutes, our legs, and our back as well. I wanna focus on these because when we run, we use our back muscles as much as we use our legs. So we are gonna use different forms of rowing with our arms to strengthen those back muscles. So when we run, they're ready to help propel us forward. All right, let's take our incline up to a 6 and really walk it out, warming up those glutes for squats as well as our run. Our run portion of today, we're gonna do a little bit of a HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. This is a great way to get fit. We are gonna go 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Our minute on is a sprint. That is between 8 to 10 perceived effort. Our 1 minute off, we take it down. That's a walk or a light jog between 1 to 3 perceived effort. Keep it walking here for me. Let's roll those shoulders back, especially since we are gonna be using our back. Make sure you are opening up those legs, getting those ankles ready, and pulling forward for me. Perfect, that is beautiful. And let's take that down. Our speed, I want you to take it to about a 0.6 and your incline completely off. I want you to open your leg up and kick it straight. Hold here for a second, stretch that. Our warm up is also our stretch right now. And breathe into your body. We are gonna get ready to really run in a minute. With our run portion, we are gonna take down the time. So we are gonna start with that minute on, minute off, drop it down to 45 seconds, then 30 seconds. It's gonna get easier on time, but I want you to get faster on your speed. Keep it there for me. All right, let's take this up to a light jog. I want this between a 4 and a 6. This is the only time you're gonna be jogging in this workout. You are gonna be sprinting or you're gonna be walking. We're gonna get that heart rate up and then down. While we are lifting, we're gonna lift a little bit slower and really focus on our form. Right now, since you are in that jog, I want you to do a body scan. We are gonna start from the ground because we should be grounded before we can go up. Focus on landing on that mid to toe of your foot, making sure you can feel all your toes on the ground when you land. I want you to be able to feel that pinky all the way to your big toe. And breathe into your body. Now check in on that core. Even though we're not gonna be focusing on core today, your core should be engaged with all these workouts. Push it back. Use those muscles to stabilize yourself. Check in on those arms, bent at that 90-degree angle, back to front. Exaggerate them a little bit here to really make sure they're warming up. Push them back and swing them forward and keep it right there for me. Shoulders, drop them back. Relax, head straight up. Do not look at the sky. Do not look down at the floor. Just light gaze in front of you. Smile, yay. And we are gonna get started. 1 minute sprint team. You got this. I want this between a 7 to 10 speed. I want this between an 8 to 10 on your effort. That's out of a 1 to 10 scale. If you can hit that 10 right now, hit it. If you wanna start with that 8, let's start with that 8. All right, team, 1 minute, right here. Let's go. Yay, engage those arms. Perfect. Go up, focus on the lightness, focus on getting stronger, focus on that breath. If you feel stress or tension, I want you to start with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Focus on those breathing patterns. That will help you get present. Once your breath is present and you're out of your mind, if you feel any tension in your shoulders, in your back, drop it. Drop it down, correct your form. Stay here for 10 more seconds. If you can speed up a little bit, because then we're walking. We're walking, we're catching that breath. While you walk, if you need water or towel off. All right, team, let's take it down in 3, 2, 1, down to that walk. This can be anywhere from a 1 to a 3. Really catch your breath here. Really breathe into your body. And get ready for that next 45 seconds. Once we take it to those 45 seconds, I want you to sprint. Try and push yourself even 0.4 faster. Just try. You have this 45 seconds and one more 30-second sprint, and then we're hopping off. So breathe into your body, get ready for those 45 seconds. Like I said, I want to focus on our back and arms to make sure we are ready to use them. So a bow and arrow goes straight and it goes back to here. It goes back so then you can pull it forward. Arms are not going to be this high. I want them down by your waist, but I want you to think of that concept of shooting them back, actually pulling them back, because it goes back, you go forward. Don't exaggerate too much, but let's try and just picture that in our mind. 45 seconds, take it up. This one, I want between a 7.5 and a 10.5. Really driving those elbows backwards towards that back wall. Really focusing on that swing right there and keeping it up. And breathe. You got this. Focus on also kicking those legs, flicking them up towards your bum, pushing the treadmill away from you. Like you push it with your foot, you swing those arms back in front, core engaged, and take it down to your walk. Beautiful. Catch our breath. Inhale right here for me, and shake it out. If you need water, let's take some water. Like I said, time is going down. 30-second sprint. If you could do a minute sprint, you can do a 30-second sprint. Let's speed it up just a little bit this time. Maybe try and take it up by 1, not 0.1, 1 from your original speed. So let's try and do this between 8 and 11 speed. 30 seconds of your life. All right, team, you with me? Let's go. Yay. "30 seconds, then we hop off and we focus on building some muscle. So keep it right here, really sprint. You got this all out for me. Perfect. Breathe, focus on that breath, focus on that body. Stay here. Woohoo! This is beautiful, I just know it. And take it down to a walk for me. Really start to slow your speed down. Walk it a little bit, slowly walk it. Breathe here. And let's stop our tread. Before we hop off, please make sure to unclip. Bring your towel and water with you if you need, and meet me on the mat. All right, team. We are gonna start with a 1-minute RDL. I want 4 counts down, 1 up. For me, my legs tend to be a little bit stronger, so I'm gonna be using the heavier ones. If you are used to lifting heavier with your arms and lighter with your legs, use your lighter ones. With this, I want your feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, not much. Forward, your hips are gonna go backwards, knees slightly bent, down, keep them as close to your shins as possible, and then shoot straight up, squeezing that bum at the top. So take it down and back, keep that back straight Focus in front of you a little bit and up. Head should not be up or down. And again, slowly take it down for me for 4, 3, 2, 1. And up, squeeze at the top. Perfect. And again, slowly right here. Beautiful. And up at that top. Let's do one more for me. Really make sure your knees are not locked and you're sending it back and up. Perfect. Now we are gonna do our bent over row. Stay in that same position. I'm going a little bit lighter on the bent over row, 5 pounds. I want you to take it down as much as you can. If you can keep a straight back, go to that RDL position. If you can't, keep it a little bit higher with your back loose. Make sure you're engaging your glutes and your hamstrings. That will help alleviate the stress on your back. So right here, and I want it to go up and in, so that back and in, so you go back and then down. So I want you to go back towards your waist, not up, taking those shoulders with you. So back right there, and slowly lower. And back, squeeze those back muscles, really engage your traps and keep it there. Make sure you're breathing here. We are gonna do 2 more. 1 and 2. Perfect. Squat time. You can grab both your weights or just one. We are doing goblet squats. Heels in, toes out a little wider than shoulder width, and take it down. You are sitting down this time instead of sending that back, sending that bum back. You are sitting down. Sit down with me. Keep your chest up and then shoot up. Squeeze at the top and sit down for me and up. Squeeze. Yay. Perfect. Keep it right here. Really slow down. We're gonna go slower. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going up slow is harder. We are gonna do that slow one more time. Stay with me. Do not try and speed through this. Now we are gonna do 4 fast. And down, and up, and down, and up. Really squeeze that bum. And last one. Perfect. Meet me on the ground. A great way to get there is to walk it out so we can stretch those glutes and those hamstrings. Meet me at that higher plank. We are gonna hold right here. Make sure your hands are not in front of your shoulders, but behind them. If you were to do a push-up and go down, they should be right there near your chest. I want you to spread your feet out a little bit because we're gonna do Renegade Rows. Make sure you're engaging your core and you're keeping your bum engaged as well. If you need to take this to your knees, take it to your knees. But let's start. Grab your weight. And with this, we are going back again, rowing it back. We're doing 30 seconds on one arm and 30 seconds on the other. If you can stay up for me. Make sure you're engaging that core. If you feel yourself turning or moving, take it down to your knees. I'd rather you stay in the right position and take it on your knees than be wrong and hurt yourself. Stay here for 5, 3, and last one. Row it back for me. And let's switch it over. Other hand, and row it. Keep that there. Again, make sure you're going back, not up, keeping that shoulder in the right position, keeping your abs engaged, squeezing those glutes. Keep it there. 2, and last one. Take it down to a lower plank. Keep those hands right here. We are staying here for 30 seconds. I love plank. It works everything. It's working our back, our core, our glutes. Make sure you are not pitching a tent. I love everything with the outdoors except camping, so I will never ask you to pitch that tent. If you are, take it down to your knees for me. And just breathe here for me. 10 more seconds, then we're hopping back on the treadmill. Breathe. And down. Bring your towel with you. Let's get back up here. Make sure we're clipping in before we start going. Gotta be safe. You know what you're doing this time, so let's try and go a little bit faster. We are starting right away. Once you're clipped in, once you have your water and those shoes are tied, we are starting right away with that sprint. 7 to 10 for me. This time, I want you to take your incline up to a 2 though. We are just gonna go a little bit higher. 1 minute of your life. You got this. Now that you know what you're doing, I want that sprint a little bit faster. This is your last minute of full-on sprinting. You got this. Take it up if you need to, and breathe into your body. If your muscles already feel a little bit of soreness from your lifting, just make sure you're really kicking them up to that bum and stretching them out a little bit more. Use your arms, sprint that out. Get up even a little bit more. Keep it there for me. Yay. Let's go, team. Last 10 seconds of this minute sprint. Breathe into your body. Thank you, body, for making it this far. Thank you for pushing. And take it down to a walk. 1 minute rest here. This is where we can really breathe, catch your breath, towel off if you need to, grab some water, and just stay here with me. I really took my speed down. Let's try and keep it between a 1.5 and a 2.5. Perfect. So we are doing that HIIT and then the slow weights. Make sure you are really taking your time on the lifting, watching your form, using that slowness and then pulling it up. I don't want you speeding through that. Try and stay with me on those counts, just like you're gonna stay with me for the next 45 seconds on this sprint that I want between a 9 and a 10. 9 and 10. I want that as your speed as well as your perceived effort. So we're almost at that 10 out of 10 that you're giving. 45 seconds. You did the hardest part. You showed up. You're here. You're here. Let's go. Here we go. Check in with that body. Make sure we're taking off all the stress from that lower back. And just breathe here. Run up. Feel lighter. Woohoo! Breathe. Here we go. Anything you're thinking about doesn't matter. Just stay present. Let it all go. Use your body. Thank one part of your body for showing up today. Let's start with just one part. Take it down to a walk. I know this workout, I'm really focusing on those glutes and that back, but the one part of my body I want to thank for showing up today is my core. Without that being stabilized, I wouldn't be able to do any of those movements. Think of one part of your body that you're grateful for showing up today. You know, it can be anything. It could even be like your fingers, your hands that you write with, fingers that you type with. Think of one part. Ears that make you hear. For these next 45 seconds, thank that part of your body for being here. I sometimes tend to think negative things about my body, but instead of filling my mind with that, this time I'm gonna fill my mind with something positive. So let's take it up to that 9 or 10. This is your effort. Let's go. Let's sprint, team. While you're sprinting for these 45 seconds, think of that part of your body you are grateful to have. You are grateful that's here. I know my mind is always working and I try and stay present, but when it's working, instead of thinking negative thoughts about myself, I try and turn them around and think something positive. Think something I'm grateful for. Something I'm grateful for that I can do, that my body can do. Everybody has different talents and different things their body can accomplish. Find the one your body loves. Find what you love to do and do that. And stay here 10 more seconds. Thanking that. Thank you, core, for engaging. Thank you for being there. And take it down. If I get into my core on the deeper inside, I want to thank my stomach for being there, for digesting, for my liver, for everything that makes my core up. That's what I'm thankful for right now. Another thing I'm thankful for today is my feet, because they can tell me, make sure I'm planted, make sure I'm stabled. When we're squatting, when we're doing RDLs, I want you to focus all the way from your big toe to your pinky, making sure you can feel your foot, making sure you're grounded, making sure you feel that heel. Do not go up on those toes. You should just feel that whole foot grounded on the ground. When we are lifting, when you're running, I want to make sure you are landing. All right, team, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, then you know what we're doing on the ground. Last 30 seconds. Make this your best 30 seconds. Make it a 10. 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 could mean something different for you. Yesterday, that 10 may have been at a 9 speed. The day before, it may have been at a 10. Today, your body may be at a 7. Listen to your body. Listen to it and run at the speed that is best for you right here. You're halfway there. 15 more seconds. Really sprint this out. Really move. Yay. Let's go, team. Push. Push right here. You showed up for this last push. And take it down. Grab water if you need, and breathe into that body. When I'm working on a project, something I've learned recently is it's always that last 10% of the project that's the hardest. When you're running, for me, that last 10% is where you push. That last 10% when your body is tired can be the hardest, but also the most rewarding. You push there, you are gonna be so grateful. Keep walking. Let's stop the tread. Grab a sip of water if you need. Towel off before we hit the mat. And just breathe here. Catch your breath. Before you take it to the RDL, I wanna make sure you could say your first and last name without breathing too quickly, because we are moving a little bit slower and I don't want your heart rate to come down too quickly. All right, team, let's take it to those RDLs. Again, hip width apart, and you're gonna row it down. It's like somebody's pulling your hips back, and that somebody might be you in the past, and you're going down, and you're like, no, I'm not going that way. I'm going forward. So then you squeeze at the top. So they're pulling it, it's a slow pull. You're saying, no, this is the past. And then you're like, nope, I'm gonna stay present. And you shoot a little bit harder because you're trying to go maybe to that future, but then we stop and you're in the present and you squeeze and you're here. Make sure that back is nice and straight. No curved backs like that. Straight and down, looking lightly in front of you. And up for me, that squeeze at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. One more, team. Really take this down slowly for me. And breathe. And up. Yay. Perfect. Now to those bent over rows. Again, make sure your knees are lightly bent and you are down. You can do it from here, or you can do it from that RDL position. The lower you are, the more engagement I need from that core. And row it back. Back, not up. Always remember that. We are not going up, we are going back. We are squeezing those traps at the top, just like you squeeze your bum. So we're rowing up, slowly, squeeze, hold it for me, and let's lower. And 2 more, up, squeeze, hold, and last one. Beautiful, take it down. I'm gonna actually keep my 2 5-pounds, and we're gonna squat it down. Take those feet a little more than hip distance apart, heels in, toes out. Feel your heels, feel your toes, and let's sit down and then push up. Make sure you're pushing through the heels and sit down. But you can still feel your whole body grounded, and push that same squeeze at the top. Focus that your chest is not leaned over as you go down, but straight up like that, and up. Let's sit down 2 more times slowly, and this time we're coming up slow. That's where you feel that burn on that slow burn up, and squeeze at the top. Last one, slowly and slow. We are gonna speed these up for 4 now. Ready, and 1. Yes, 2, 3, last one, 4. Beautiful. Weights down. Put them in front of you, whichever ones you're gonna be using for that Renegade row. Meet me on the ground in plank position. Again, if you're walking it out, take that slowly. Stretch into your body. Really feel your body. Make sure your arms are positioned lower than your shoulders. I want those toes a little bit more than hip width apart because that will help engage your core. The closer you come together, the harder it's gonna be for that Renegade row. Again, make sure you're not going there. I want it straight, bent, and back. Straight back. Ready, team? Again, if you need to take it to your knees, please do. And let's go. 30 seconds on that right side for me. Row it back. And row. You got this. Take it to your knees if you need. Listen to your body, really row. If you can go heavier, go heavier. If this is light for you, go a little bit heavier. And last one, let's switch our arms. Last time we're rowing, you should really be able to use that back on your next running workout. Breathe. My arm, I noticed, was coming in a little bit. Make sure you're out, not in front of your chest. So watch your form as well right here to make sure you're using all your muscles correctly. 2, and last one. Move your weights to the side. Meet me at that lower plank position. Arms together, bums down, fully engaged. Squeeze those glutes, engage your hamstring, engage that core, and leave it here. Last time we did 30 seconds, we're doing 45 now. Really breathe into your body and thank those 2 parts of your body you decide to thank today. Again, mine is my core and my feet. Thank you, body, for being here. And just breathe. Make sure you're not up, but lowered. If you do need a stretch, take it to child's pose. And 3, 2, 1. As a team, let's sit back into that child's pose. Really stretch through. Breathe into your body. Left arm under right for me. Stretch that out. Just breathe. And switch it up. Yay, team. It is always important to stretch. If you don't have time now, I recommend stretching right after workout. When you're watching TV or listening to music, try and take some time to stretch. If you're home and you're waiting for something, maybe you're waiting for the plumber to get there, maybe you're waiting to start dinner and you have a few minutes, take that time to stretch. Instead of looking at our phones, let's try and take some time and stretch and really move our body. And take it back to that downward dog. Pedal your legs out. Stretch into your body. We use these muscles a lot. So your hands are forward and just breathe. Walk those legs in for me. Stretching those calves as much as possible. Your hamstrings, your glutes. And roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Taking those shoulders back. 2 deep breaths. In case you haven't noticed, I do everything in even numbers if I can. I love even numbers, but if you want to be number 1, you've got to be odd. Yes, that's a corny joke, I'm aware. 2 deep breaths. I am thankful for this part of my body. Push out something negative you've said about your body. I am thankful for this part of my body. Push out anything negative about your body. Thank you, Sunny team, for joining me. I really appreciate your time and hope to see you again soon.